Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age. Show money that I don't have, there's words on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living the fake Facebook live dream. If they post a pic of me deep clean, but it's pizza and burgers for dinner, you know what I mean. A snapshot of vacations that I got no money to take. Send you one of my sports cars, you know that it's a fake. Got my walls loaded up with things that aren't even true. Pretending on Facebook is my thing to do. Yeah, 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 yeah.
2,000 friends, which I've never done met. A pic of my lunch is what you gonna get. I had a post of your baby, say it's one darn cute kid. But I lied cause it's ugly, that's called an online fib. I talk about success in my job and the pending promotion, but in reality it's a psych, cause I got a demotion.
Only the fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age. Show money that I don't have, there's words on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living a fake Facebook live dream.
You block me on Facebook without a judge, jury, or trial. I'll be creeping you the next day with a shiny new profile. See a pic of my family? Yeah, we're having a good time. Well, the joke's on you. We have not talked in 8 months or 9. I'll tell you about the weather and the stuff you don't need to know. I'll fake a good illness so the sympathy will grow. I'll ask you to donate to my made-up cause and post selfies on the daily, that ain't breaking no laws. So don't judge the life of the fake Facebook man, pretending to be happy like no one else can. There he is, Mr. Kinsman.
How you doing there, Klomp?
I'm good, buddy. Here's my dilemma right now. Way too much turkey, of course. 3 days of this turkey, 3 days of desserts, and I overdid it. I'm struggling.
I left all my treats at your place from Saturday. Here I had it all prepared. I had a Tupperware. There's probably something rotting in the downstairs fridge. Your Pepsi fridge there, I had everything all in there tucked to go, and I ended up packing my boys and their toys and forgot all the food.
Yes, you forgot it. Well, don't worry. Your food's in good hands. I ate it.
You ate it? Maybe Ranger and Rookie took a nibble at it too.
The two Great Danes had 4 Thanksgiving meals. And the problem is, like, people brought over way too many desserts, and I feel like I got to eat them all. Like, had this big ice cream cake, gone. The lemon tarts, gone. The pies, gone. Cheesecake, gone. I can't help myself when this is in the house. Everything's gone.
Especially those lemon tart pie. The lemon tart pie and the lemon tarts. Amazing. Peacock Farm. If you know the ladies at Peacock Farm, go grab their pies and the lemon. Mm-hmm. My boys, I gave them the chore of picking out the dessert, and they picked out well. That was a good choice.
Yeah. There's never too many desserts, but Carol and Skip, they're busy people. They're working in their backyard. They're active. You're sitting in front of this computer all day, so I need more Carol and Skip philosophy in my life to burn off this eating. So all the food's gone now, thank God. It was wonderful, but I'm back to normal eating now.
No more turkey sandwich leftovers for the rest of the week. A lot of posts saying it's turkey sandwich after turkey sandwich. You get sick of them, but for one, I didn't bring any leftovers, so it wasn't any turkey sandwiches. It's funny. On Sunday night or last night, my boys wanted lasagna, so that's what we had. So. We're all turkeyed out.
Mason's birthday is coming up. It's on Saturday. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to wish him a big time happy birthday.
Yeah, we certainly will, and maybe we'll do a dedication for him on Sunday's show.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we will.
A good old salute.
Yeah. Yes, a good old salute. Yes, yeah. He's definitely the biggest seller of KINZ and KLOMP merchandise ever. He outsold you and I like 3-1.
He certainly did. He the one day, what did he sell? Like 20 something shirts for us.
Yeah. He's awesome. So the big news today. I heard you invested in a Halloween costume. Are you going to show me what you got?
I will show it. You know what? It's funny. I was supposed to bring it to the show, wasn't I? But yeah, I do have it. I have the Superman costume.
You did it. Okay.
But the bag is miles away from where I'm sitting right now. Do you want me to go away and get it and come back?
Yes, of course.
Can you hold the fort till I get back?
Yeah, I've been dying to see it, man. I've been dying to see
check it out, eh?
It's pizza night. That sounds awesome. You can go, Kinsman. Everything's going to be fine without you. Don't worry. It looks like the Matrix behind your green screen, though. Peanut butter, butterscotch, marshmallow squares. Oh, that does sound good. You're right. Sounds amazing. Yes, expandable turkey pants are definitely required.
You ready?
All right, pal. Let's put it on.
Huh? I'm not gonna put it on. No.
There it is.
There it is.
Hey, you got the Superman costume.
I did.
So that's it. Oh, it's going. The green screen's going right through.
The green screen is going through it.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Anyhow, yeah.
There you go. I love it.
Watch us. There it goes. You can see it quickly. Hang on.
Yeah, man.
So that's what I'm going to be wearing.
I don't know what's going on with your.
Toss that aside.
You get new technology, Kinsman, but I don't think you read the instructions. You're not an instruction guy, are you?
No, I'm not an instruction guy. Ask anybody I've dated. I do not read the instructions, or maybe I skim. I think I skim through the instructions.
Mm-hmm. We need to get KINZ a computer chair. Yes, we do. What are you sitting on there? Show me again.
What's that?
What are you sitting on there?
What do you mean? What am I sitting on?
Well, they said you need to get a computer chair.
Well, I don't have a computer chair like you. I mean, I'm just sitting at a dining room table chair.
Oh, yeah, you did. That can't be comfortable.
Well, it is.
Yes. Oh, yes. So the Little Saplings video. Yeah, we're going to show that tonight in case you haven't seen it. This place, like we said, is tremendous. And yeah, we had a lot of fun when we were there. So instructions are not included with women, Mark. You know, we are talking mental health with Jess tonight. So if you have any, if you've had any previous relationship problems, I always say it's a private conversation. You could ask Jess. And
you can ask Jess. You can air all the dirty laundry on tonight's show.
Hey, whatever you're comfortable with, pal.
But if you do have questions, yes, Jess will be coming on shortly, and she will be there to field the questions.
Yeah,
especially with a lot of mental health, a lot of mental health talk in since COVID began, 20 some odd months ago to now. It can be strenuous, so we're going to find out how to maybe cope with some
you're right. Yeah, so just an introduction. So we love that what she's doing for the community, and they're going to have a good conversation. But yeah, you said it right, Mark. Mental health has always been an issue. There's been a shift though in the last few years where we're talking about it openly more. And of course, COVID has had a big effect on a lot of different people. Hurt their income, loss of jobs. Some people lost their homes. People fighting over vaccinations. Anything. Mental health has really suffered. So I always say, in my mind, because everyone's had their issues in their life. Me too. I'm in that category. It's best to start by talking to someone. So
that's it. Don't keep it all bottled up. Sometimes that's the worst thing to do. The best thing to do is to, reach out, maybe phone a friend, phone a neighbor, a relative, and just have a chat. And sometimes it's good to get it off your chest. So that's what Jess is going to be here to tell us. Tell us all the steps.
Even off the Superman chest.
That's right. That costume, by the way, I got that. That was on the Timmins buy and sell.
Yeah.
Or I got that. Are you ready to see what I paid for that? I got that for $15.
Oh,
The Timmins buy and sell sites are so amazing. I don't know who shops or doesn't shop on those sites. You can find everything on those sites.
I'm going to bring Jess on and we'll find out. We'll ask her if she shops on it. Hello, Jess.
Hey, how's it going?
Do you so Mark's bragging about Timmins buy and sell? Do you go on Timmins buy and sell? Do you sell stuff or buy stuff there?
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good. Mark, how much was the costume? How much?
The Superman costume was $15.
Would we? That's a good deal, right?
It's not bad. It doesn't seem bad, no.
It's not. Now we are waiting. He's not going to wear it yet because we have some Halloween stuff planned, so we don't want to give. But we've been talking about this Superman costume for a long time, so he's come out of his shell and he got it.
There you go.
That's pretty.
I finally got it. Yes. Well, it was either that or what did someone say? We wanted to go to Starsky and Hutch or something. Anyhow, we're going to go in as the Bobbsey twins. But anyhow, maybe you can go in as You can still go in as Lex Luthor. The bald cap would fit your persona, and I could go in as Superman.
So we already have a few folks chiming in, and because mental health has really been affected the last couple of years, and I always joke, even working with Kinsman, sometimes my mental health. So I'm glad that you're on, Jess. But maybe start by telling us, a little bit about yourself, and then and tell us about the site that you created.
Okay,
it's pretty cool.
So I'm currently employed by CMHA, so the Canadian Mental Health Association. But I'm not working. I'm off sick. I was recently diagnosed with bipolar, along with other anxiety, generalized anxiety. So I'm not in the best position right now. So I'm going to be talking as a lived experience client. And the thing is with my page, I started doing that when I was in a manic phase. So I hadn't slept for 9 days when I was working on that page. Just very creative, I wanted to share my story somehow, and I just had that outlet. But I wanted to see if it can grow into some kind of community to help individuals feel wellness and all this stuff, share uplifting, empowering, encouraging messages. So that's my goal.
Do you feel like, I remember growing up, my folks never talked about mental health, and we never learned too much about it in school. It was almost this philosophy where it's like, if you're going through an issue, just keep that to yourself. It's embarrassing to talk about it. People are going to think like you're weak or you're unfortunate. But it seems like there's been a shift, especially in the last 5 or so years, where it's okay. Actually, it's good to talk about what's going on with you mentally. There's a lot of resources. Have you noticed the same shift also? To me, that's a really good sign, right?
Yeah. In my personal experience, I've noticed the shift less so than in my work experience, as well as educational. And that's more so because I'm trying to be that person that brings about the positive change. As a new nurse, that's something I want to be, that person, the comfortable nurse, the safe space. Yeah, I do see still a lot of the stigma, especially when working with the seniors, because there's just a lot that they went through that they can't relate to us. And my page is meant to be, I want it to relate to everyone. So yeah.
No, that's right. And it can be related, even though people face different stressors in life. A lot of folks, the common issue is their mental health can suffer, and it could be a bunch of different stressors, right? Some people it's money, some people it's relationships, some people it's jobs, some people it's the combination of both. But most of us are in the same position where our mental health is affected to one degree or the other. So I think it's great what you're doing. And if folks go to your site, there's a lot of messages of positivity and encouragement. Is that something like when you created the site, you thought, I really got to make sure that people, like, I pass on a lighthearted message and make people feel like there's a lot going for them and see the lighter side of things. Is that an important thing to share?
It's a very important thing to share because it's what's helping me. And I think that was the initial thing, was this was going to be my outlet, and something that's going to help heal me. And I want to invite others to help heal together, kind of thing. That's the whole point. And I don't want everyone to feel ashamed. I just want people to come in and you know, the dark humor and just have fun and just, you know, yeah. Well, everyone is welcome.
Pretty awesome what she's doing, eh, Mark?
Yeah, it certainly is. And, you know, opening up a site, you know, it's nice, you know, when people say it's easier to, you know, engage with one another, but some are a little shy to, you know, chat with someone person to person. So maybe your forum, Jess, has opened up an avenue where they can slip you a message or chat with you, you know, in a messenger chat room and, you know, get everything off their chest that way.
Yeah, it relates to me a lot because I don't like to jump in and feel as though I'm a burden. So I often don't reach out to people, but this is a platform where we can all be together.
That's right. And I'm going to post the link to your page right now in the comment section for folks could check it out at some point. How was it difficult, you know, when you were diagnosed by bipolar? Was it difficult for you to talk about that, or because your education background, it made it a lot easier?
It definitely made it a lot easier because I was starting to notice a lot of things based on my experience. I'm like, this isn't right. This isn't me. I need to take time off because I'm not going to be the best I can be for my clients. So I recognize that quite early on, and I'm glad.
What are some of the things like, you know, if you feel like there's some stressors coming in your life and your mental health may be deteriorating, are there any symptoms, any signs that people could look towards to say, hey, maybe I'm going to need to chat with someone, or we look at some resources, or
Yeah,
does it differ from person to person?
it really depends. I guess for me, like I'm very anxious right now in terms of like my status. So I have a lot of like cold sweats, a lot of dry heaving. There's a lot of physical symptoms that are related to the anxiety. And what I suggest for that is that I'm going to be doing CBT, so cognitive behavioral therapy, along with my medication to help with that. So those are techniques that we can use that we won't have to rely just on medication. So that's another option.
Yeah, and there are a lot of resources in the community also, and I know the Canadian Mental Health Association is one big leader, and I'm sure it's simple as easy as a phone call or an email to them saying, "Listen, something's going on. I need some resources. I need someone to talk to," and I'm sure the folks there will start the process for that person.
There are guidelines and qualifications, but definitely the receptionist will be able to disperse accordingly.
Do you? One of the things I've noticed, because, you know, like I said, I've had difficulties with my mental health before, and I've also helped support people who've had difficulties with their mental health. And sometimes it's very, what's the word I can use? Like, I always think if I'm talking to someone about their mental health, I always feel like I'm cautious talking to them because I don't want to say, hey, listen, you've changed, what's going on. I feel like they're going through a sensitive time in their life. So I never know what the appropriate thing is to say. Is it, you know, to have a direct conversation with someone, or maybe maybe just be open? Hey, is there something going on in your life? Has something changed? I've noticed some differences. Like, what's the best way to approach someone?
I think it's going to change from person to person, depending on your relationship with them as well.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of can get a sense of what they may feel comfortable with. For me, I'm very direct. So if someone wants to say it to me, like, what's up, Jess? Like,
Yeah.
just say it. But some people may be offended by it because they may think that you're calling them crazy or stuff and something like that. That's very often the case, which leads to the stigma.
There's a great comment from Chantel, Mark.
Yes, Chantel Moreau says, so much courage to open up like this. This is an amazing step to reducing stigma associated with mental health. And she is so 100% absolutely true with that statement.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. And there was stigma, right? It wasn't that long ago. Especially when I worked in industry, you know, a lot of it was like, you know, if you had an issue, just keep your mouth quiet and you just suck it up and move on. But people maybe they didn't even realize they were suffering from mental health because there wasn't a lot of public information on it, you know, 10, 15 years ago. And I find the more information there is, the more comfortable people are talking about it. because a person said to me today, why is there so many people with mental health? And my opinion, I'm not in the professional field like you, but I always said there's probably, it's probably the same amount of people with mental health, but more people are talking about having mental health and asking for ways to address the mental health now. Is what I would guess, because you old school way, like Anne says right here, old school way is very hush hush.
That's right, hush hush, because you didn't want to make as people in the day, back in the day, don't make a scene, right? Where and then you bottle it up so much to the fact where you hit to the breaking point, and then there's no turning back. This is a great way to tackle these issues head on. Chat with someone, with Jess and other mental health experts here in the city in that field, and it's nice to have that the inner circle where you're not alone, and you're not crazy, you're normal, and there's ways to combat it, and you don't have to hush it under the rug anymore.
Not at all.
What does it mean to be diagnosed as bipolar?
It just gives me a sense of almost empowerment, because now I finally know what's going on. So I have that like driving me to get better.
Right. Yeah. And that's an awesome and stepping stone. It doesn't mean like
that's not everyone's journey. So I definitely empathize with those who don't have the resources that I did. And I'm still struggling, but at least I have a little bit on my side.
And does bipolar, I always have like a simple explanation. Does bipolar mean like you often feel different emotions, swinging emotions about different things at different times? I know that's very simply put, but is that
so? The one that they think I have is bipolar type 1, which means that I had a manic episode, like that high energy, I didn't sleep for 9 days kind of thing. And then the rest is it's called bipolar or manic depressive disorder.
Oh, okay.
So it has a depression part of it as well, but I'm more so on the manic side a lot.
Right. And did you realize like when you couldn't sleep for 9 days, and obviously there's a lot going through your mind also, it physically affects you too and mentally affects you. Was it at that point where you're feeling, and I really need to go get diagnosed, I need to talk with someone?
Yeah. And initially I was put on an antidepressant, and that was what triggered my manic episode. And so, yeah, bipolar is the mood disorder. Thanks. I think Pascal had mentioned, like, to reiterate that it's the mood disorder. So I'm on Abilify for that.
Yeah. I was asking what bipolar is, and you gave a good example. But if to me, so there's different diagnoses of bipolar.
Yeah. So there's 2 different types that I'm aware of. I don't know all of I'm not the expert, but I just know with the one I have has the mania.
It must feel, ever since you've created the page and you've had a really strong response to it, you obviously have heard from a lot of people that are going through similar type of mental health issues. And do you often get folks reach out to you saying, hey, I'm going through the same thing, like how are you dealing with issue X, or what's the best way to get through this situation? Do you get a lot of that on the site?
Not as of yet. I think just because it's still in the building blocks or building stages. I want that to be more of a concrete thing. People do reach out and ask if I'm okay, so it's nice to get that support, and we just kind of go from there. We just give each other support and just say good morning. It's just something as simple as that.
Is it an online chat? Like, do you have multiple, or is it just one-on-one with you, Jess, or is it a whole bunch of you online?
No, it's a one-on-one.
It is, eh?
Yeah.
So it's confidential.
All confidential. So anybody afraid or not, a little bit leery about, letting everybody know what's going on.
Yeah. And for me, it's my personal, but I still would keep it as confidential because that's just how we're supposed to be.
And it's got to be, I would assume it's a lot more comfortable for folks chatting with someone who's going through some of the same issues, because you can relate more. This happened today and I'm really feeling it. And you can maybe you respond, hey, I've been there before. This is happening to me. That relatability probably makes folks a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, it definitely helps out for sure. I have a lot of people jump in on Instagram with that, and I have a lot of people relate to me on that aspect.
Yeah. It's and especially the last. Have you noticed in the last year and a half or 2 years now, ever since the COVID world, it's really it's spiked for a lot of individuals because there's a lot more additional stressors now on people.
Exactly. All the isolation that adds to what was already isolated.
I know a few with bipolar disorder, and it's really high energy and happy. Then one moment you get really depressive and really low.
Yeah.
There's no gray area for most people.
And I often end in the manic stage, which is I'm not often in the depressive stage. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So really highs and really lows. Is it like you say you're taking a break from work right now, and I assume like mental health and your own personal care is always the most important thing, supersedes a job at all
Yeah.
times. But I assume some folks were faced with the dilemma, like, I really can't take off time from work because mortgage, bills, kids, and then those things are still going to continue. And I've heard people say that's just going to add to the stress. So I still got to work, even though work's one of the stressors. So
Yeah.
I assume the best thing is to call the Canadian Mental Health Association and get some advice, because they're probably not the only individual thinking that way.
No, and of course there's other avenues during COVID as well. For example, the Bounce Back program, that's through CMHA as well. Bounce Back, and it's often, I see it on commercials all the time, and it's a self-referral. Like, you just go online, you do this referral yourself, you have someone call you. It's limited sessions, but it's still very helpful during these pressing times, and people might be more comfortable over the phone.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, not everyone's comfortable talking about it face to face, but we all, Mark and I, like, we talked about it on Friday, when we were meeting so many people who needed help financially, just putting a meal on their table. And we were chatting with a lot of folks there, and I said, listen, I've been in a position where I've needed help multiple times, 20, 30 times I've asked for help. And Mark said the same thing, and it is really heartbreaking because so many people need help, but a lot of us message us, I'm too embarrassed to come there and ask for help. And I get it. I would personally felt the same way when I needed help. I assume that's got to be the same with mental health also. A lot of people think, especially I'm calling out us guys. Women, I notice, are a lot better than this. Guys, Mark and I don't go to Tim Hortons and talk about our feelings.
We don't talk about feelings at all. And this is where, yes, the ladies, it's nice to actually get a female perspective on some of these issues, because yes, us guys were, let's say we have the intentions of talking about the emotions. We go to the coffee shop, we're talking about last night's Leaf Senators game or something, right? And we totally get off track.
Right. Guys often deflect. Now, some guys are good at it. Don't get me wrong. Very few I've seen in my experience, but we don't. And I think that's a precursor to the issue, because I think it's okay once in a while saying, hey, I'm feeling down, or this sort of upset me, or this is a trigger. But why? Like, have you noticed that also with men? We're sort of reluctant, like we hold things into a level, and then we sort of one day just is it a guy thing? It must be, right?
Yeah, I think so. From personal experience and work experience, I've definitely noticed that.
Yeah.
Nina says no, but I think it's part of the culture we have been raised in. Men are raised to be tough and suck it up with that type of mentality. Thanks, Nina, for that. Janice says it takes a very strong person to admit they need mental help. I've been there, and it's not an easy road at all.
Yeah.
There we go. And Pascal, we can go into Tim Hortons and talk about our feelings anytime, boys. All right. Well, there you go, Pascal. We'll take you up on it.
Right. And just to throw a joke in there, next time someone, Kinsman says something that bugs me, offends me, I'm bringing Jess with me to Tim Hortons and say, Jess, I'm feeling something. Tell Kinsman what I'm feeling.
I'll be your chihuahua.
Please. Yeah. There we go. No, I'll probably have to handle that on my own, but it would be nice to have someone speak on your behalf. Here's a question from Lisa. What are your thoughts on social media and mental health? Making it better, making it worse?
That is a good one for me, because I relied so much on the social media aspect when I was manic, doing the creativeness. So it was positive, but it was also detrimental to my own health. I didn't sleep. I was, so it really, you have that balance. And that's what I'm trying to find.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because social media can have a lot of good things. Like, social media is our business, but I can see where, obviously, everyone can see where it brings out a lot of negativity.
Yeah.
Most recently, vax versus unvaxxed. Like,
That's right.
oh my God, like, it's splitting apart families, it's splitting apart friendships. And I know it's a very serious issue, but I think it's fueled by social media.
For sure.
And yes, but on the good point, you've created a site to help people dealing with mental health issues, which is channeled through social media. So
yeah, so it's that balance that we need to figure out. Mm-hmm.
I like this one. Amanda says, that's why I tell my son never to keep it in. He writes it down.
Yeah, that's why people keep diaries. Back in the day, it was diaries. It wasn't online. It wasn't messenger, email. We wrote it down in a book, and some still write, messages down in books. Which is always great to keep in the back pocket. Shannon says, proud of you, Jess.
Thanks.
Corey says, I chat to Janice with problems, then have a KINZ and KLOMP beer. That's how she handles it. Everybody handles their issues and stresses differently. Joanne says, when my anxiety or stress kicks in, I walk away from the computer and goes for a walk. And if you follow her online, she goes for a walk pretty much every day and posts beautiful pictures. And, that's her way of escaping.
People only post good things on social media about themselves, can make others feel like a failure. And that's when depression settles. And it's really funny because the theme song that we've heard a million times now, I did with
the Facebook Man.
Is called The Fake Facebook Man, and it's based on that, creating photos, pictures of vacations you didn't take, pictures of cars that you sort of, they aren't yours. Yeah, there is a storytelling on Facebook, and but I think that's a great point, because say you feel down, maybe you've lost your job, or you went through a failure in a relationship, or you're struggling with family, and then you look at your friends' pictures online and you see them happily married, successful jobs, just purchased a new home. I think that affects people's mental health, because they're probably saying, why can't that be me? What am I doing wrong that I'm such a failure that I don't have those things? I'm sure like folks have chatted to you about that. And but yeah, social media is usually highlights of the very good things of someone's life. Some people do, but rarely do you see, this is my rusty car on Facebook. Once in a while, but it's mostly the highlights. Dude, so that to me, Jess, would be one of the negative side effects of social media.
Yeah, for sure.
Anywhere, Roy there, anywhere but in his mind. That's how his anxiety triggers.
There you go, Mark.
And then Lori Ball saying social media creates negative mental health issues, needs to have more positivity online. And that's what we try to do with our show, KINZ and KLOMP Live. We always try to stick to the positives. Chad says, I'm not able to have feelings, never develop them.
He's a guy. You have feelings, Chad, and we respect your feelings here.
We respect Chad, of course.
That's right.
Chad, a longtime viewer of the show, of course, runs Elite Geeks here in the city. There's Valerie's comment. Proud of what you're doing, my girl.
Hi, Mom.
Big hearts.
That's Mom, right?
Yeah.
That's nice. Mark's mom always chimes in too.
Oh.
Yeah, they're watching from Barrie. It's good to have the support, and again, from the home base front, especially for you, Jess. It's nice to have Mom. She's your biggest cheerleader there.
She is.
So Cole is Selena's son. His anxiety triggers when he worries about things, and then they sit down and talk about it together. So once again, Cole has a very supportive person in his mother. So that's awesome that Cole has her to be able to do that. Because often, I found, at least personally, the more you can talk about it in a rational way, the more chance you have of sort of, I call it moving on from that issue, but a positive outcome from that issue. So Mark, if you have any issues with me, you let them all out. Well, you tell Jess, and Jess will tell me.
I'll write them down. I'll email them to Jess, and then Jess and I'll have a chat, and then I'll come back and address you. But again, joking aside, it's good to have that outlet. Maybe someone's sitting there tonight going, you know what? I had no clue that, this website existed, or there's someone in my shoes, maybe someone in your shoes, Jess, out there going, you know what? Now I'm not alone. Yeah. And again, they can message you anytime. Yeah, like let's say someone messaged you tonight for the first time. What are the first steps that you would go through with someone?
It depends on what they start off with. I would just, ask them how they're doing, and sometimes it's just good night or good morning, and like I said, that's enough for them. A nice smile.
Yeah, that's
the other day is, and I guess your great ears as someone to listen to someone's issues, and again, there's no judging. It's a safe zone every time someone jumps into your inner circle.
Exactly.
And here's the awesome thing what Jess is doing. John gives a perfect example. An older brother, he's 74. He lives alone. So often you don't have that person side by side to talk to. So Cole has an excellent support system with his mother, and they live together. But here's Joanne's brother lives alone. Now you can Zoom, you can call, you can text. But if you have, Jess has created a site where you can reach out and talk to someone who's going through some mental health issues themselves. Mm-hmm. So that realization that you're not alone and will not be judged, probably I would really recommend it to a lot of folks, because I would think isolation and being alone does not help progress in a positive way mental health issues. That must be a significant barrier. I never used to have anxiety attacks. Since COVID, I had a few. So there you go. Perfect example of, what the last year and a half, 2 years have done.
Especially, wearing masks, not being able to wear masks, all the symptoms before they took runny nose off the list, parents, I can attest to this. Your kid has a slight sniffle. You're thinking, geez, now I got to go for COVID test, got to take time off work, all this stuff. All the anxiety creeps back in there. So definitely a lot more anxiety with COVID in the picture. Pascal says a question most people will have about the site: is it anonymous?
The messages are anonymous. No, I get the people's names, but the actual page itself, you'll be able to see it's all public. It's all my posts, but the messages themselves they're not anonymous, but I see their names.
Right. You're talking more like a chat, like your chat sessions. Obviously, you would be posting chat sessions online.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's within like a business suite thing.
Yeah.
Not sponsored or anything. It's just organized.
It's awesome. Truthfully, I don't ever reach out. If no one ever asks, I never talk about my feelings. And Chad, you're not the only one that feels that way. But I think it's an old stigma, especially with us guys. I'm calling us guys out, where we don't feel comfortable saying, hey, person X did this today and I'm sort of feeling off, or I'm feeling sad, and we joke about it with sports. Like probably the last time I cried when the Sens got eliminated in the Eastern Conference Championship. We can cry about that. And I have cried about these Senators many times, but the real things in life, we have a difficulty communicating,
expressing feelings. You feel, this is what the stigma is. You feel, weaker. You don't want to look like you've got a dent in the armor when it comes to an issue where you're thinking, geez, I shouldn't be upset over something so small. But then again, maybe it's good to release the feelings. No matter how big the issue or small the issue is, it's good to release.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. My partner asked me, she the other day, you don't cry over anything. She said, you had a tear in your eye when the Jays got eliminated. They didn't make the playoffs. I'm like, that's an emotion. I'm invested in 162 games. But she's right. And so we feel you, Chad. We feel you. A lot of us are in the same boat. Here's a comment from Chantel, Mark.
Yeah, Chantel back again. She says, the negativity related to current polarizing social issues has been overwhelming at times. It's important to be kind and keep our kinds and hearts open, regardless of our opinions and choices related to the pandemic. Heartbreaking to hear name calling, etc. Of course, name calling, they teach you that from grade 1. but you should never name call, and especially when things heat up with the pandemic. From day one of the pandemic to now, you see a lot more hatred on there, especially with the segregation. The vax on vax side. It's never good to name call.
No, of course not. It's the most obvious and sensitive way of bullying. Yeah, so you see a lot of people, we really appreciate the comments tonight, because a lot of folks that we care about, folks that we talk to 3-4 times a week through the show, are going through a lot of similar, the issues may be different, but it all has an effect on their mental and physical health. And the good point I always say about this, Mark, is that, we don't want anyone to be suffering, but a lot of people are going through similar type physical or mental health issues. So it is a community, so there shouldn't be any shame talking about it. If you have a friend on here, it should be easy to reach out to someone, because everyone's going through some sort of trying circumstance. And it's very hard to say in your life that you've never asked for help. I've never known anyone who at one point in their life did not say, I need help. At some point, you all need help. That's
right, and there's no shame. You never frown at reaching out for help. Sometimes they say, if you've reached rock bottom, it's you ask for help, and don't you shouldn't be ashamed of of failure. That's what most people are thinking, oh geez, they're going to look at me this way. No, reach out for help. They would probably rather have the phone call and have the opportunity to assist and help you than to have you fall right off the tracks. And I think this is where the stigma is. I don't want to be a burden to someone with my issues or problems. Never think that. That's why it's always good to have a friend or some type of outlet to release when you do have an issue. And no matter how silly the issue is, reach out and talk to someone. They always say that on the Bell Let's Talk days. They say reach out once or twice a year. You should be reaching out every other day, and to make sure that your neighbors are safe and sound.
Yeah, talking about our feelings once or twice a year. A guy must have wrote that slogan there, Mark. I think we have to do it more than that, right, Jess?
Well, that's it. That's why Jess is here with Let's Talk with Jess. And again, follow her on Facebook, online, Messenger, anytime. And again, she'll you'll definitely walk someone through the paces with maybe those tough questions that they're afraid to ask. They can feel less pressure to chat with you online there, Jessica.
Yeah, well, and we, like Chantal just said, we are proud of the work you're doing, because it does take a lot of courage to go out there and say, listen, this is what I'm suffering from. This is what's going on in my life. And then two, to turn it around saying, hey, since I'm going through this, I'm willing to help you out also. There's no shame. I think it takes a lot of courage to do that. And
sure does.
We are very proud. It's very needed in our community. So we're very happy to have you on the show. And we hope folks click on the link and check out the page. And at the very least, you're going to get some awesome positive words of encouragement. So if you see a lot of negativity on social media, you're looking for some positivity, then check out the page. It has it. It's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jess. And we really appreciated you coming on. And you will be my spokesperson when I have to talk with Mark next.
Okay, I'll hold you to that.
We'll get them fixed up, you and I together.
All right, we have a plan.
Okay.
Awesome.
Have a good night.
All right, take care.
Hey, thanks so much, Jess. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Pretty awesome what she's doing, right, Mark?
Pretty awesome individual. Again, Jess, Let's Talk with Jess. Links up. We've tagged it to this show. It's on our page. You can follow us online and follow Jess online. Again, it's great to have that avenue and the outlet. And a lot of people don't have the outlet. That's the problem. Issue number one. Now you've got the outlet, and you can talk with someone who is maybe going through a similar issue that you're going through, or maybe they're just finding out, saying, what, Jess, talking about some of the the early triggers and the signs, maybe that's what I'm dealing with, right? So maybe she'll open up the window for some others to get the proper communication going.
I've always been a firm believer and laughter. And
Yep.
sometimes you wake up in a shit mood, and then you see something that just makes you laugh, or it's lighthearted, or it's positive and encouraging,
That's
and it
right.
really does turn around your day. And Jess I followed her page almost since it started, and she's got some awesome things on there. So price of beer going up. Yeah, is the price of beer going up again?
Is it going up again? I hope
Now
not.
I'm depressed.
There you go.
But yeah, it was a pleasure to have her on the show, and not an easy thing to do to reach out. Anything you want to tell us? Do you want to be as brave as Jess today, Kinsman, or are you going to hold it in like a man?
No, nothing troubling me on my side. But yes, if anything ever were, don't let it bottle up inside to the point where you've hit the brink and you're now past the brink. It's nice to chat with someone up until the point where they can ease the problem. As a good chat can sometimes iron out a lot of wrinkles.
A worker will support you and have no judgment. Most people are scared to reach out to a friend or family because they don't want to be judged. So reach out 100%. 100%.
Right. Your employer, you know what? Most employers have the avenues and the means, through their HR departments to get the proper channels, through to you. So again, always be willing to reach out, because there's always help waiting somewhere. People are just afraid to ask. And Benji says it should. Aluminum just went up 8 cents a can.
Don't
Oh,
geez,
no.
Oh no, we don't want to hear that. Let's talk about it first, Benji. But things are, so let's see. Let's help Chad out. My wedding anniversary. First of all, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Chad. I do believe it's his 8th year. Their 8th year together. I feel I haven't done enough. Well, I did nothing.
Okay, so but you could still do something. It's not the end of the day. It's 7:45.
Yeah.
You really have to know what your wife likes. But there's still time to do something, my friend. We are
good back rub. You know what? It can be as little as drawing the hot bath. Yeah. Your other half there, Chad. So go run the bath and have her.
You go right to the physical
glass of wine, and there you go. Rose petals. If you don't have rose petals, go to the neighbor's plants.
Kinsman, I know what you're thinking. This massage and this glass of wine. You're going right down that. You're not even going with flowers or chocolates, or maybe give her a break from the kids, or do some cleaning.
That is the break. Drawing the bath, making sure that she's a-okay. Look
at this.
In her own little paradise there. A simple I love you word. There you go. That's from Carolyn Skip.
I know where your mind's going with this bath and that. Happy anniversary. My mom bought us dinner for our anniversary. So happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Amanda Roy. And Selena, happy anniversary. Joanne says, always looking forward to your shows. Well, thank you so much there, Joanne, for tuning in. We enjoy having you a part of our shows.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much, Lori. Joanne, let me put this out there. 20 years ago, I was diagnosed with borderline manic depression. Finally had a diagnosis. And that's a lot. Thank you for sharing that, Joanne, because a lot of people have gone without being properly diagnosed for many years.
They had no idea what it was. Again, it's all from being swept under the rug, where people say, you know what? Hey, you're not going to make a scene. Don't make a scene out in public, right? And then you were frowned upon. Well, maybe this scene, maybe I am a crazy fanatic or something, right? Where now you can figure out what your triggers are, and talk things out, and have an open line of communication.
Yeah,
as opposed to the olden days where everything was hush hush.
So we'll have to ask Chad for a follow-up on the next show, if he went with the massage right away, or if he did a nice gesture like it, I love you. So let's
a simple cooking of the supper, Chad, can also work.
You're backtracking now, Kinsman.
That's it. I'm going.
You were right into that tub 10 seconds in you.
Well, they've been together 8 years, so I'm assuming maybe they're past the rose stage of the relationship.
That doesn't mean you stop buying flowers.
I didn't say that. That's where I said maybe that's where it started. You can, still bring the bouquet up front.
We'll see in 9 months of a massage happen tonight.
Pascal. And Janice says, Mark tells me the KINZ and KLOMP beer cans are good listeners. LOL, they don't talk back. That's right.
So Lori said, I got to show you 2 comments here. I never had a massage. And Carol chimes in, you don't know what you're missing, Lori. I like that. There's nothing. Yeah, everyone loves a great massage.
Good massages. Right, a lot of good massage therapists in the city. If you're looking for a good one, that's where you go. Hold on a
second. We are talking about a romantic night here. You're off track again.
Hey, they do have romantic couples massages. Okay, so that could also be romantic. And
I don't know if Chad's thinking about going to see a massage therapist. He's thinking he's doing the massage.
You think he's going to be doing that? Well, anyway, we'll get Chad. We'll get the update next show.
Great. Send us a message. So a couple things to talk about right here, pal.
Yes, we do. There is a women's virtual self-defense class. It's going to happen online tomorrow, 1:30 to 3:30, and there's going to be a virtual self-defense class put on by the Métis Nation of Ontario's Métis Families Well-Being Program, and this is where you get to learn a variety of protective maneuvers with Cheryl Hayden of the RCMP, and the course is for women of all ages, and there are limited spots. You can see it going along the bottom of our ticker right now. RSVP to either Jessica or to Leanna through their emails, Jessica P at MétisNation.org or Leanna W at MétisNation.org, and you can even call them 705-365-6981. Again, a little self-defense never hurts. And again, it's open for women of all ages here in the North.
Yeah, that is awesome, my friend. So there's still time for people to join.
Still time to get in there, right up until 1:30's the first class tomorrow.
The Timmins Sea Cadets. So they're looking for new registrants. So my littlest son, 8 and 12, has tried 100 things. And one of the ones I wish he would have stuck with is this cadets. It was awesome. And the one funny thing was he joined about, I would say, a week before Remembrance Day. And then, of course, he went to the Remembrance Day ceremony here in Timmins. And this is his second time at cadets. And he had to laugh because someone came up to him and go, "Thank you for your service, sir." And he said, "Dad, I only went to 2 things." I'm like, well, hey, listen, you're doing your part. But this cadets is awesome. Were you part of cadets, pal?
I wasn't a part of cadets. I was a part of Beavers and Cubs, but never the Sea Cadets. And this is where the Timmins Sea Cadets come in. The Royal Canadian Sea Cadet Corps Tiger, otherwise known as RCSCC. They've got their registrations starting now. They're looking for new recruits, members between the ages of 12 and 18. And in fact, you can join them tomorrow, Wednesday, and every Wednesday after tomorrow starts from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. behind the Armory there, or behind the Bon Air Motel at the Cassidy Armory. Right behind the Bon Air, and no cost to join. You can also email them, 101c@cadets.gc.ca for more info. And again, it's every Wednesday right behind the Bon Air Motel at the Cassidy Armory if you're looking for, some new adventures. Anyway, 12 to 18, why not have some fun? And again, they're excited to get back registering again because of COVID. They couldn't, now they can. Nice.
I need everyone to tell me, because Mark and I are having a bit of a debate before the show started. He's telling me it's my computer, which it could be. Is Mark a red tint tonight? I see it, but he says he doesn't see it. So it's either my computer or his computer, but we need folks to settle this debate.
No, I think I'm coming in fine. I think it's your end.
Okay. So there's
always your end.
There's 2 bottle drives going on. One starting this Thursday at the Northern College.
Yeah, Northern College bottle drive going on, and that's from the Northern College Foundation students. Got Your 6. I know Rick Lemieux and his crew getting set to haul in the bottles in the South End. And again, all monies raised will go directly back into the city with a heart of gold, and allowing them to be a part of their events throughout the year.
All right, pal. Yes, that's the Police Foundation students. So that is awesome. Now we have some answers. Look, pal, you're red. 100% he's bright red.
Am I bright red now?
He's a bit red. He's red tint.
I'm a red tint.
You're red on Joanne's iPad. And yes, Chad, you should fix his PC. Yes. So there you go, Mark. Chad's going to put off his anniversary gestures to fix your PC.
Yeah, okay. Chad, what are you doing for the rest of the night there? I'm going to drop off the PC after the show. You can fix the tint.
Very red. See? Maybe he's just a little warm. So
yeah, could be just a little warm too.
Yeah. So that's
still the booze flushing out from Rock.
That would be
from a couple weekends ago now.
Okay, so that is on Thursday, and then on Saturday, October the 16th, there's another bottle drive.
That's right. A lot of people online, I saw people saying, you know, why would you have 2 bottle drives, you know, in the same couple of days? Well, keep in mind, the one at the Northern College is South Porcupine. The one in Timmins is, you know, up here this weekend. But, you know, here's the, as they say, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You save your empties. You put some empties down for the Northern College drive, and you put some empties down for this Saturday's drive, which is happening at Full Beard Brewing. And this year it's going towards the Rotary Club of Timmins Porcupine, and they're raising money, all your bottle empties, Saturday from 10 to 6. We're going to go right back to the environmental initiative and the Rotary Trail system upgrades here in the city. So again, hang on to your empties. So let's say you've got 4 bottles, you know, send 2 down to, you know, the Northern College drive, and send 2 to the Timmins drive at Full Beard Brewing. 10 to 6.
Well, you take juice bottles. I don't know. Can you recycle them? I would
anything that can be recycled. Yes.
Right. We're picking on KINZ tonight.
That's right, Pascal.
Listen. We're not picking on him. We're just helping him make some technical adjustments.
Technical adjustments. It's the red tint happened when I put the green screen on there. So you know what I think I do? I need another off lighting, another set of lights. But anyhow,
you always look good to me, pal. No matter what.
See, Pascal, he's backtracking now.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's it. We do want to thank our sponsors, and at the end of the show, we're going to show the video for Little Saplings. But first, we got to get Pad's Canine Protection Detection Services, and Martin Peel is still looking for security guards. And these are great paying jobs, benefits. You get to go, you get fully trained, you get to work at all these awesome places across.
You get these awesome vehicles to drive around town. You know, I joked when I took my boys to see Tom and Jerry in the theater, the same, like the animal control van in that cartoon, that movie is the same that Martin Peel has driving around the city.
Yeah.
But he is hiring, and who would not want to work for Martin Peel? All he needs is licensed guards. You know, anybody who is, you know, let's say you're not a licensed guard, go and get yourself the training, and you can, you know, be trained by Martin Peel. Drop off your resumes, and you could be hired and working next week. That's how urgent he's looking for new licensed guards here in the city. And you can drop off the resumes, 193rd Avenue, or call Martin Peel, 705-288-7435. And his location, the old Bank of Hong Kong building on 3rd there, 190.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy, and he has a big heart, and he does a lot in this community. And he Mark's hats are even red. He's going to get new lighting. Trust me. Kids is going to look as perfect as an angel next show. I know him.
That's right.
Anyways, yes, big heart, does a lot in this community, a lot behind the scenes, and these are great jobs. So we are going to show the little saplings video, but first I want to say is that so we usually go Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays.
Yes.
Now the next couple weeks we have to make some adjustments because so we'll just talk about this week. We go tonight, Tuesday. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we'll be on with our regular show. Thursday, we're going to be in Sudbury at Cannabis Jack's. So
that's right.
Thursday show becomes Wednesday show. Did I say that right, pal?
You said that right. So we've got a show tonight, which is happening now. Another show tomorrow, which is technically the Thursday show, but it's going to happen at Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. And we're at Cannabis Jack's in Valcarin on Thursday. We're going to go hang out with John and his crew. Same guys that own the Timmins Cannabis Jacks. We're going to go and have a grand opening down in Valcarin for a few hours. So that'll be fun.
Yeah. So that is awesome. So we're looking forward to that. And tickets are on sale now for the Halloween show. You'll get to see Kinsman in a Superman costume. This is going to be a fun night. You know, the Surge is going to be fully decked out. We're going to have some awesome Halloween music, some contests, games, entertainment, and mostly just fun with your friends. And so if you're looking for tickets throughout the Surge, and when you pick them up, they'll reserve a table for you. So if you're like, where am I going to sit? They'll take care of everything for you.
That's right. They've got the seating plan there. And again, $10. You can't beat that. That's inexpensive fun. And you get to see if I can actually fit in. I've held out the costume. Question is, can I fit into that costume for Superman? What will the S look like on my chest? We'll have to wait and find out.
I think you're going to look good, pal.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like a Superman onesie. It's like, it reminds me of my little guy's, bedtime PJs. But anyhow, I'll see if it fits. If it fits, which I'm going to squeeze into it, it's going to be, you're going to see it on the 30th at the Surge there. It'll be a fun night.
I'm sure we could do some of our business meetings taking walks in. Trust me, I need it after all this Thanksgiving food I've been slamming down my throat, man. Oh my God. Yes, when you call them, you get a table. They'll reserve it for you, so you have no worries. You walk in, the reservation sign will be there, and they'll take care of everything. The Surge is an awesome place. Plus, they have appetizers there, so you can go and they have a whole bunch of different apps. So you'll have a great time.
That's right. Everything on the menu at the Surge, $6.99.
Yeah. Kin should wear the Superman costume for Cannabis Jack's grand opening. Well, I would encourage that, but we have lots of Halloween stuff coming up, so we're trying to save that. He wanted to wear it tonight. He's excited, but I'm like, hold off. We got stuff.
Got to hold off on it. But it was I forget who it was. It was Tammy. Tammy out there in Timmins land there on the Timmins buy and sell. She had one posted. And I think it was Lori Ball actually sent me the link and said, hey, look, there's the Superman costume. I sent Tammy a message. I said, is this thing auctioned or can I bid on it? And she says, you know what, make a bid for it. And I said, what, $15? She says, sure. $15, I snagged it.
Lori's always looking out for the show, my pal. She sent me that.
Right. She doesn't care if I'm red tint on my face. I still think it's the beer flushing through my face from Rockin' the River. But you know what? I'm gonna go out and say I need a third light on the one side of my tripod.
Okay, can I ask you a question then?
Yeah.
When I told you this before the show, you're like, it was my computer, but now other people have told you you're okay with it. You were insensitive to my feelings, Kinsman.
Was I insensitive? Yeah. Then we had a nice chat with Jess on the show.
Yeah, she's awesome. She is awesome. Yeah.
I expressed my I opened up my feelings, and now I'm like, you know what? Maybe Jamie wasn't being an ass, and was actually being truthful.
You thought I was being an ass right off you didn't give me any.
That's right. I'm just like, well, he's being a dink tonight. Hey, it's not no hellos. Hey, welcome to the show. I haven't seen you all day. What were you doing today?
I know
it's your face is red, so I don't know. Maybe I just maybe I do need a proper gaming chair and a new light. But there will be a third light here come our show tomorrow.
You need to spoil yourself.
We'll see what happens. Now I'm going to be even more red because the third light will just illumify my face. Or maybe I get rid of the green screen altogether. What do you think?
No, well, that's up to you. But there's a chair I have. They're great. All right, pal.
Gaming chair.
It was constructive criticism.
Hey, you know what we need to mention here? Link North Pitch 2021. We're getting close to the shooting date. Can't wait for this. November the 18th. We're gonna be performing the live show, and obviously we have to do the pre-recording. And tomorrow, guess what tomorrow is? Sylvie Lamotte and the crew from Link North, they're taking you and I jean shopping. Isn't that going to be exciting?
Yes, and we should tell the background story. We tried to do it on our own. Then they're like, no, you guys don't know what you're doing. They didn't say that, but we were told to put back what was purchased, and now we need someone to come with us to instruct us what to buy. And I like
that's right.
I like this. I like this, pal. Did you freeze on me now?
Am I freezing? No. Okay. Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything.
Okay.
Maybe it's my computer blowing up. Maybe it's
Chad, listen, Chad's in the middle of a massage right now. If he comes over to your house to fix your computer with massage oil, you know you've ruined their romantic night. So let him get through the massage and his anniversary and call Chad tomorrow. He doesn't need to come over and fix your computer tonight.
All right. So yeah, we'll let Chad off the hook for tonight. And back to tomorrow's story. I picture the pretty woman theme. You and I trying to figure out what jeans to wear.
Yeah. So. Well, we would have to be astronomically rich for that to fit. So we get some sort of woman's story, but I don't know. Okay, finally, Little Saplings Child Care Center. We did release a video today. If you didn't see it, this place is gorgeous. If you're looking for an awesome place to register your kids for daycare, it's not only an awesome facility, it's built around nature with walking trails, humongous yard, pond, and so they incorporate the outdoors and indoors activities, and they incorporate that to their education, and they're great people. And this is the newest child care center in Timmins, so we're really proud to be partnering with Brianna.
We sure are. And again, the newest ECEs on the block. And do we take them through the video?
Yes. So Chad, before we do, Chad's gonna ask his boy. Did you think you're spoiling the anniversary?
Ask his wife for what?
If he could leave the anniversary massage to come fix your computer.
He's not gonna fix my computer tonight. Don't you worry about my my laptop. I'll fix it on my end here.
Yeah. Chad.
And like Janice says, you did the wheels on the bus very well.
That was 3 takes, though. I put in the best one. I'm like, kids, I screwed up the lyrics again. Can we do it one more time? Oh, come on, Jamie. We did it 3 times.
And again, the kids in that video were amazing. The parents who said, you know what, they wanted their little ones to be a part of that video. Kudos to moms and dads who wanted to be a part of our little creation there. And again, 3255 Airport Road, the newest place on the block. Little Saplings Child Care Center. They are registering right now new children, new registrants, and if you do so with the code word KINZ and KLOMP, you get 10% off this month and every month leading up to January 2022.
There we go, pal. You ready to roll the video?
Let's roll the video and check out this beautiful new space.
Oh, say goodnight to everyone though, because we're not coming back.
We're not coming back?
No.
But you don't want to say, is this too much red now? See, now I look fine. See, I don't know if it's the lighting. Could be my computer. I don't know. but anyhow, Chad, don't worry about it. You worry about your anniversary. Chad, can you imagine if his anniversary was ruined because he was trying to fix my laptop before tomorrow's show?
Pal. Okay, here's the video.
All right, have a good night. Well,
KLOMP, here we are at one of the newest daycare facilities in the city of Timmins, Little Saplings Child Care Center, 3255 Airport Road.
That's right, Kinsman. This place is absolutely beautiful. The location, the ECEs, Brianna and her husband, the nature. This is the place to be to put your children in daycare. And you know what, Kinsman? Maybe I'll put you in daycare.
You think so? Well, guess what? We've been invited inside.
Brianna Ludwig, and I'm the owner of Little Saplings Child Care Center here in Timmins. I just stirred and scooped the ground. I am a good. And round the wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. What's that?
That one is, we'll ask Mark. Mark, do you know what color this is?
That is green.
Welcome to Little Saplings Child Care Center. We are a licensed facility offering children the opportunity to build strong learning foundations and nurture a close connection with nature through an immersion and play-based curriculum. Our values: caring for nature and the environment, inclusiveness for all children, families, and educators, collaboration with children, families, and community partners, positivity in language and actions in all daily learning experiences, respect for our world and the cultures and diverse backgrounds, joy through endless learning opportunities, possibilities while making lasting friendships, health achievement in both physical and mental well-being, creativity that fosters inquiry and lifelong learning.
Oh no, look out of the way, here he comes. Yeah, we're gonna come. We're gonna come outside with you. Such a gentleman, he holds the door. Oh, you pack it down, smart idea. And then we flip it? You want me to flip it? Pow, here we go. Is that any good? Is that any good, Mark?
At Little Saplings, our educators model positive behavior while providing a safe and nurturing learning environment. They encourage children to interact and communicate positively and support self-regulation development. They are competent, capable, and resourceful professionals that nurture children's learning and development by creating engaging environments and experiences. We recognize that families are experts of their children and encourage families' involvement and open communication to collaboratively plan personalized learning goals based on your child's unique needs. Our goal is to build a positive and responsive relationship with families who are able to make meaningful connections, so together we can provide support and encouragement to facilitate your child's success.